Hello, my name is Jason Paquin, CEO of Chesapeake Systems. Here at CHESA, we design, build, and support media workflow systems with best-of-breed technologies, creating highly efficient systems to achieve our clients' business objectives. Today, I'd like to talk to you about how the cloud is an enabler to achieving a higher-performing archive. Using CHESA's cloud service offerings, we can leverage your existing infrastructure to create a fully managed hybrid cloud experience, or we can build out a hosted system under our managed services, eliminating your CapEx roadblocks and positioning you to achieve more from your archive. The most common reason a content archive team will reach out to us at CHESA is to prevent or eliminate bottlenecks in their processes. Many archives start off at a smaller scale, sized to store the total content already in existence, plus 2 to 3 years of additional content. The systems are built to scale further, as needed, and budgets are allocated as appropriate. Then their organization begins to create more content even more often, and that 2 to 3 years of cushion lasts only through the first year. For many, this means pulling ahead future budgets, tirelessly working to justify it, and ultimately procuring enough additional capacity to start that process over again. It becomes a vicious cycle that can be broken with better and more purposeful storage architecture for archivists. This is where cloud and object storage, both public and private, is already widely known. But what else needs to scale in addition to the storage capacity? First, bandwidth. Into the archive, moving around inside the archive, and leaving the archive, you will always need to look at scaling your bandwidth at a similar pace to your storage growth. With the amount of content increasing exponentially, on top of the file size growth that frequently comes along with new codecs and formats, your throughput between ingest sources, internal storage and compute resources, and your consumers of the archive will be taxed in time. For many, this is more easily resolved by incrementally increasing bandwidth allocations through hosted services, leaving your own internal IT from having to further procure not just a bandwidth increase from your service provider, but also the infrastructure in your network and storage to enable it and handle it. Second, compatibility and maintaining adaptability. New video codecs come into play frequently. They require updates to transcoders and players supporting the archive. By architecting in the cloud or a hosted solution, you can leverage no to minimal downtime in addition to no or significantly reduced costs to keep compatibility with these new formats for ingest, as well as for delivery. Leveraging these services to maintain compatibility at ease provides you with the adaptability for whatever's thrown at your archive. And third, compute or processing power. When your archive scales, then each automation within the orchestration of your archive has the potential to become your bottleneck, keeping your ingest from flowing and the consumers of your archive waiting. Your transcoders must be able to keep up by processing more viewing proxies in parallel. Your checksum processes, they need to keep up just the same. The last thing you want to do is to choose to skip checksums in your processes in order to keep up, risking the integrity of your archive. Scaling these compute resources in a hosted environment can be a huge benefit. You can dodge the long procurement process of physical equipment while focusing on managing and processing applications instead of the operating system, networks, and more. And if your increased throughput needs are only for a special project, you can leverage temporary resources of a hosted solution, then roll back to a baseline of processing after the surge of content is over, saving on costs of investing in infrastructure that you may only need part-time. At CHESA, we love to build these systems towards your objectives for scale and with a focus on taking the administrative and maintenance efforts out of your hands so that you can focus on your content. Visit us at CHESA.com to contact us, learn more, and to check out our podcast, The Workflow Show, where we dig deeper into the technology and the stories that go along with it. Thank you.